Hello, and welcome to this tutorial that's going to walk you through how to fill out your planning sheet for your reviews. So one of the first things you're going to do to access this is it is linked in the PowerPoint, and we can get through this by going to our teams, clicking on our channel, and should be the Fall Learning Assistance. Actually, it's not on Teams. You're going to go to Chat. We're going to click on the LA Chat. And then we're going to click on LA Training. And in the PowerPoint, we're going to scroll to the review sessions. So in this section where it's titled Review Sessions, you should be able to scroll right down. Find the planning. That second one with the star, you should be able to just click right on this hyperlink or put it into your web browser. Just going to copy it, insert it in. So what we're going to do is we're going to find our name. So when we find our name, we're going to just scroll right through down here to find it. Now, let's just click on someone, for example. We're going to click on Tom. So we're going to click on Thomas's name. Here in Thomas's, we see that he's already kind of started filling this out by entering the week. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead on in and you're going to click, oh, I think he's on. Let's pick someone else on. Okay, we're going to do Ryan. So what you're going to want to do is you want to go to your first week and you can start filling this out. The in progress means that you're currently working on that week or that we are in this week. Your class topics is what you're talking about, what your lectures are going to be about. And then your extra help items are items that students may need help in. These are not items that you just plan to help on, but if not items that have been identified by your instructor as something that students typically struggle with. Your tools items is going to be what you want to use to help your students. This could be Quizlets, this could be your iceberg diagram as we have here, which really is just any diagram. It could be a Jeopardy game, it could be anything like that. Pear deck, whatever you feel like doing, that is your tools to help. Your material is going to be what you need. So here, the example is a printed diagram. You could just bring in your expo markers and dry erase markers. It could be to bring your computer, anything that you may need to perform the lesson or to talk about that topic is going to go here. Notes to self is how you would want to teach it. This doesn't mean that I have to necessarily understand what you're going to do. I just need to see that you're telling yourself kind of what you're thinking. For example, in the example to teach Freud's psychoanalysis, I have an extra help item of the id, the ego, and the superego. This probably means nothing to you, and you have no idea what the iceberg diagram is. My explanation probably doesn't help either. All I'm saying is that I want to explain what they control and why they are important, and I want to use this example of an angel, a cop, and the devil. Once more, this probably means nothing to you, but I understand what this means. I understand that your ego has to do with your with the devil or whatever. Not that it matters. But these are just notes for yourself. So let's say that we are in this week and we're in progress, and we're just going to do maybe a math example. Our class topic is going to be real numbers and exponents. We can even actually short here and exponents. It's going to be a class topic. Something that students may really struggle with or that has been identified is going to be multiply. And once more, we can even shorthand, so we just do multiply, divide, exponents. Those to help. Maybe I have a Khan Academy video or something. The materials I'm going to need that week, it was just my computer. Oh, maybe it's just my computer. Notes to solve. It could just be how I plan on teaching it. So maybe go over real numbers. And maybe I want to break it up because that's what I plan on doing my first review session. So maybe I'm going to insert a row above. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to right click it. I'm going to hit insert row, either below or above. I'm going to write the next thing. So maybe I want to create another note for myself. And this is going to be for multiplying. Maybe I want to say row, con, video, and practice with board. Maybe I want to enter some of the numbers I plan on doing, or something like that. Then let's say, well, just if they're more organized. We're going to insert another row. So we can say that this is for division. And we could say for multiplication, we're going to do a worksheet, or something like that. So this is one way that I can stay really organized. And you can go through it like this. So this is meant as a tool for you. So here I'm organizing, maybe this is review session 1, this is review session 2, and this is review session 3. And by adding this, I will notify that. Now, say that we are done with week 1. We can change this to complete. And we're going to move on to week 2, where then we're going to talk about something new. All right, but let's say you have some questions. Maybe you're not quite sure how in detail you should go over things like that. You can make a note tip when you meet on your one-on-ones with your instructor, how to talk about this. Say, how much detail should I cover? How many students see this on a test? Things like that. That's what this is meant for. Is there any questions that you have for the instructor? Maybe you realize you need a little help with it, or maybe you just want to ask to see how you want to design your review session. The how or the whys or anything like that for the class about specific problems or topics is what this column is for. The do I need to email Maria has to do more with the material. Maybe you need a textbook or something, like I mentioned in orientation. I don't want you purchasing anything unless you have ran it by me, because I don't want you spending your money on something that I could potentially have purchased for you. So let's say that you need to print out worksheets. But maybe you need to email me to make sure that I can print out worksheets for you. That way you don't use your printer limit. You need to come pick them up from my office. You could go ahead and do that. Now, when I come in on Tuesdays and Mondays to go through your review sheet, what I'm looking at is for them to just kind of be complete and done. In the sense that you have something filled out for most of these. It looks like you've been working on it, and this allows me to sign off that you planned. So let's look at an example of someone who maybe has already built theirs out. So here we have one of your other LA members. So they have their planning complete the day they finished it. They're going to go through the syllabus to chapter 1. And then here we have what they're going to go through. They have a YouTube video. And it would even be great if you just hyperlink the YouTube video in here. Because then when you are holding your review session, all you have to do is click on it right then and there. You don't have to worry about finding it or anything like that. The materials that they need, the questions that we have, their notes to themselves, right? The questions that they have for the instructor, and I didn't need to be emailed. So I'm going to go ahead and just check this off. So this is basically kind of what I'm looking for. Just to make it a little more organized for yourself, please feel free to do that. Also, let's say that like this, all the words aren't shown. We can click this text wrapping and hit this, and that will let it fill up the whole box. That way, it makes it a lot easier for you to read through it all, see if you have any grammar mistakes or anything like that. And then it also lets me read through everything a lot faster than if we were to do it the other way. So this is what I'm expecting of you. This is kind of how I want it filled out. If you have any questions, please let me know.